turn around when I'm ready, bogey face. Anyway, good evening, my name's Kevin Turvey. And here's a good one. Why does Mrs. Thatcher always wear barbed wire underwear? She doesn't. It's a joke. All right. I thought, you see, this week's subject is sex, which is slightly embarrassing. So that's why I thought I'd start with a bit of a joke, right? Well, not a bit of a joke, like a whole of a joke. Bit of a joke would be no good, really. Not unless it was the funny bit. Anyway. So this week I thought, how am I going to find out all about sex? And I thought, I know, I'll become a prostitute. So that's what I did, right? I went out and bought myself a handbag. Well, it wasn't a real handbag, it was like a plastic bag. But I stretched out the handle so it looked like a handbag, and put it on my shoulder and hung around outside Tesco's, right? For about a day. And then my first client came along. He was disguised as a policeman. He sidled up next to me, right? And he says, excuse me, have you got the time? Which is like prostitute's code. And I said, about 16 quid. And he said, you trying to be funny? And I said, all right then, 10 quid. And that's when he started punching me, right? It was about the 7th or the 8th punch, I think. Might have been the 9th. Anyway, it was about then I thought, he doesn't realise I'm a prostitute. So I started to run, right, and I ran straight into Tesco's and tripped over this big basket they've got in there. And I thought, brilliant! Of course, a basket. That's what I should do. I'll invite Teresa Kelly over to supper and have sex with her afterwards. Really, because I've got all the things at home. I've got sausages and potatoes, gravy, furniture. I've got loads of things at home. I mean, windows and all sorts of things. But it was just the food that I was thinking about at the time, right? And also, this friend of mine, right, Keith Marshall, well, he would be my friend, like, if I liked him, you know. He said that if you want to have sex with somebody, the thing to do, right, is to get some aphrodisiac, which is like this food that you eat that turns you into a sex maniac. And apparently, the best kinds you can get is powdered rhino's horn, right? Well, they don't sell it in Tesco's. I don't think there's much call for it in Redditch, you know. So I thought, well, I know what I'll do. I'll get a file and I'll go up to the zoo and get some for myself. Well, that's no good. I'll be there all afternoon. Then it might be quite dangerous anyway. I mean, what if the rhino didn't realise I was just powdering his nose for an aphrodisiac, you know? I thought I was insulting him or something. I thought, no, I'll use soap powder. It's much the same. It comes from the same animal, doesn't it? So that's what I did. I went home and, like, prepared everything, put it on the plates, cooked it, put it on the plates and laid out the table, put a candle in the middle of the table. Didn't really need to light it, because, like, we've got this strip lighting anyway in the kitchen, so it's nice and bright in there anyway. And I thought, right, everything's ready. I better invite Teresa Kelly before the food goes cold. So I went over to the phone and picked it up, right, dialed the number. I won't actually, like, tell you what the number was, because it's not important. It'll just waste time if we start talking about telephone. And she answered. I got the number right. And she said, hello? I said, Teresa Kelly, this is Kevin Turvey. Would you like to come over and have supper with me? What we're having is potatoes and gravy and sausages with nothing on it at all. And then have sex with me afterwards. And she said, well, I'd like to, Kevin, but I've just been hit by a bus and I'll be in a coma until Wednesday. It's always happening to her, that. So anyway, I didn't find out anything about sex, I'm afraid. I can't really tell you. But I did find out that eating aphrodisiacs makes you violently sick. So anyway, until next week, viewers, don't forget, if there's anything you want investigating, Kevin's here.